Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday nights, messages of love from above, and Saturday morning to some of you on the other side of the world. So, welcome to your weekend. Yeah, let me just get my desktop all set up here, and we should be good to go. All right, looking good there. And let's see if YouTube is saying I'm live. Sometimes it takes it a minute to kick in. I think we're good. I'm sure it'll pop up here in a moment. Yep, there it is. All right, perfect. So let us start by sending some love out to the world. And if you'd like to join me, whether you're watching live right now or on replay, we can gather together outside of space and time and allow this beautiful, eternal, unconditional love energy to flow into us, fill us up, and then flow out to the world. So if you'd like to start by taking a big, deep breath, through nose or mouth, whatever you feel comfortable with. Hold it for as long as you'd like, and then release it through your nose or mouth, whichever you prefer as well. So here we go. Big deep breath. Beautiful, beautiful. We have our wonderful singing bowl, so we'll let that be a source of love, like we are the singing bowl, right? So I'll hit it like 3 times, and just imagine each time a new flood of love flowing and filling us up. So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Just put her back here. All right. So, hello, everybody. Hello. Good to see everyone. Um, see, before we get into everything, can you believe we're at the end of August already? My goodness. So, usually the first Saturday after the first of the month is when I give away 10 Zen Cricket memberships. But this weekend, since the first falls on Sunday, that's the beginning of the new month, I'm going to give away all 10 in my Sunday session. And you don't have to be there to win. You just have to have your little indicator set to on. So if you don't have that and you'd like to be included in that, here is the link for that video. So you just have to have this little lever switched to be saying that, yeah, I'll take a free membership, and that turns it on for any channel that you are subscribed to. So I think you have to be subscribed, but so that's what I'm going to do on Sunday. I'm going to give all 10 away then. For the Zen Cricket, it's usually $2.99 a month. But you get access as soon as I get back doing pick a cards. I kind of taking a little break to get my all my energy back. But you get advanced access to those. And then on Wednesday nights, we have free readings for all my YouTube members, the Zen Cricket and Praying Mantis. So you can come to that. And then also, if you do my Praying Mantis, which is $7.99 a month, you get access to the Wednesday, but also Thursday nights. And then on Friday and Saturday nights, after I do these sessions, I go back on for an hour. And then on Sundays, I also have an hour after my session on there. So if you're interested in any of that, make sure to do that. We'll be doing that on Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. All right. So if you welcome back, everybody. Good to see everyone. And I didn't come on this morning, and I thought I was going to be able to, but I still wasn't quite up to. Mornings are still a little tough. Hopefully tomorrow, everyone, fingers crossed. I'll be back on. If not, I'll for sure be on tomorrow night and then also on Sunday. Hell or high water, or however they say that. So, if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. We got a great group of people, huge hearts, great senses of humor, which is needed these days, right? And how the free readings work, I do go down in order through the chat. First come, first serve. All you do is put your question out there. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading, and then we'll pull cards. Spirit will know. For the free readings, it's 1 or 2 cards for the answers. But if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. Not only do I prioritize those readings, stepping out of the free readings, but I dive deeper and pull more cards for those too. And then once I'm done with all the donations, I go back and continue to try to do as many free readings as I can. Try to get through as many as I do, but I sometimes am not able to get to all the free readings. If I'm not, then just keep coming back. Usually I'm on twice on Friday, twice on Saturday, and on Sunday. Sundays, I will, whatever I don't get through, I always come back on and complete out all free readings and all those. I will complete all donations on the same day, um, in case I have a bunch of those. So I think that's everything. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, to make a donation, can use the super chat. And then also in the description box of the video, I have my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. You can make whatever donation you want. I know everyone's finances vary, so whatever you give from your heart is perfect. Today I'm going to be using the tarot. I'm going to be using the craft cards, which is a standard tarot. They just have a little bit different coloring on them, which I like. So we'll be using those. So hello, hello, hello. So we will get going here and see where we are at. So we've got Nelia. Hey, Nelia. So a couple from Nelia. So we'll start with those donations. And then Jeep. And then Brenda. And then let me see here. I do have a PayPal that came through. And that'll be from Maria. So Maria, you'll be up after that. So all right. Let's get into it. I don't think there's anything else. Right. So let's see what we got going on here. So Nelia, you're up first with your super super cool emoji there, and then I see you have a free one, which we'll get to probably tonight. Depends on how many donations come in, of course. So you say the next time you move to a new home, will the house markets be good? And will you be able to afford it on your own and be financially stable? A general on that. Sure, let's take a look here. So what does Spirit want you to know about this new home? All right. And that one. And these two. That one too. All right. Well, at the bottom of the deck, you do have the Six of Wands, which is a victory card. We like getting that card. It is a positive outcome kind of energy that comes in there. So overall, you feel victorious through the situation moving into the new home. So we like that. And this is the very next time you move. And then will the house markets be good? Let's take a look here. Yeah, we've got the Temperance, which it takes a little bit of time for the house markets, it looks like here. You got the devil card, Saturn energy, but you have the four of wands, which is joy and celebration and stable energy too. So I like that energy. It feels like it takes a little bit of time for you to find the home and for the housing markets to have that stability. We like fours. It's a very stable number. I feel like with the devil card, that's our the shaker, the rattler of our lives. And I just feel like what they're saying here, it's when you find the home, the market is stable and the market is good, right? Um, but I feel like the the market isn't good while when you begin to look, because there's some with this. The devil card is our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets about what does a home have to have, supposed to have, should have, blah 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 blah. And there is this. The temperance is about, you know taking your time in choosing, but there's also the bringing back to me one of your other readings before, where the first time you move is going to be by yourself, right? But the second time you move, you're moving in with the love of your life and all that. So this one doesn't have to be like, when you're looking for it, your mindset isn't, well, this is where I'm going to be the rest of my life. This is like, you know, catching a connecting flight at an airport. Who cares if it's in the middle of nowhere? You're not going to be, that's not where you're having your vacation. It's just where you're connecting flights. So I feel like there's some of that that's coming in here. Let me see what else we have here. Are you able to afford it on your own? Yeah, because you got the star card. It's like a dream come true. So there's this energy of, like, okay, this is perfect. It's exactly what I can afford. It's enough of a home. I can be here by myself with my fur babies, and I can, this is a good stopping point. And it's not where I'm going to be the rest of my life, but it's perfect for me heading towards my dreams, right? Yeah. Again, you got the Page of Wands and the Knight of Swords that comes in here. And you do have, the Knight of Swords is movement, again, of thought and belief and mindset, and the Page of Wands looking at, things in a different way. Both of these are, new ways of focusing your energy, how you're looking at it, and how you're perceiving it. And that makes sense with all of that. When you realize, all right, this doesn't have to have the greenhouse I want, or the covered patio, and this and that and this and that, because I'm not going to be here for a long, long time. It's just a stepping stone in getting where I'm going, but it's cute and it's what I can enjoy, but I don't need to have the long-term things that I was looking at before. Yeah. And you have the Four of Cups. So this is like the here's again another stable energy coming in, but we've got here this you know the dream poof comes later with that. So it's emotionally stable, it's energetically stable. So I like that for you. It feels like you feel really good about where you're at with it all. But again, it's the changing of the mindset that this isn't, my permanent residence. It's just a stepping stone. And that allows you to not feel like you need to have everything, under the sun in it. You're like, because it's gonna have a good resale, and I'm going to maintain it, and it doesn't need to be this, big elaborate thing to allowing room for growth, allowing room for more people or whatever, because I know I'm leaving this home to move in with my love one day, right? So that's what I feel's coming in for that one for you, Nelia. Hopefully that helps. So thank you again for that donation. And then for your second one here with the heart eyes, I will look at that, and thank you for that donation too. Oh no, you hurt your two fingers this morning cutting out weeds with your hands. But I should have used gloves. Oh yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Too funny. So don't worry, don't worry. I don't take off for typos anyway. So Spirit knows what you want. So any messages regarding your future soulmate, true love, is it getting close to meeting general? All right, let's take a look here. So what would Spirit like you to know about them? All right. And I do that one, and then that one, and then that one. And then is it anytime soon? Let's take a look here. All right. And an extra card. We'll see what that is here. All right, so let's look at timing first because that's the important thing, right? Well, you got the Hanged Man, which is one of our pause and transformation cards. So it's going to be a little while yet. There's still some conflict that's being worked out with the Five of Swords, and that's between our head and our heart. There's just some working out of stuff. So you're cutting away some old expectations about yourself, about a relationship, about them, blah blah blah. And there is this it's a transformation. It's like a caterpillar in a cocoon. So that's going to be a little bit of time, which makes sense because if you're going to be moving into a home, then I feel like it's going to be a little bit of time before you meet that love of your life. You're just raising your love vibration so that it'll be like the love of your life. You guys will be together the rest of your life, two butterflies. And so if you meet each other now, like if you met each other as caterpillars, you've been like, bleh. And then if you meet each other while you're in cocoons, you're just like, wow, you're just like this thing that hangs from a tree. But when you come out of your cocoons and you have these beautiful butterfly wings, that's what you guys are like, wow, that's what draws you together there. So I like that for you. You also at the bottom of the deck, you've got the world card, which is ending of cycles, beginning of new adventures. So there is some transformation, again, a very endings and beginnings kind of card. And I feel like you both are kind of going through this ending and beginning time in your life. But in this lifetime, you guys have agreed to go through these things first before you go to those, right? So, and I feel like they want to have this end one, yeah, because here's another four. This is letting go of all those expectations and having like rest and peace of mind, not having all these expectations, but you have a way of looking at things from different perspectives. So that's why this delay is happening is because you guys will be in a different place where it just it's like you're both living your life, living your dreams, doing things that you're looking forward to. And then there's this, because you're doing that, there's not these expectations of who someone's supposed to be and all this kind of stuff. It's like it's free flowing and it just meshes very well. So I like that. Right. Let's see what else they want you to know here regarding your future soulmate, true love here. Okay, well, you definitely have one if we needed that, but you got the 2 of Cups, so very important relationship that's here with that. Yeah, and there's this transformation, right? You had the 5 of Cups, and so there is this, because you had the 5 of Swords that was here with the, Hanged Man. So you've got these 5s are these changes, and it is important to have this transformation because you guys are letting go of old mindsets, old feelings and emotions and relationships. It's like you're really purging and preparing your lives to be able to go. I'm just seeing like if you knew that you were going to meet someone and you were going to go on a world tour and you would be getting rid of the stuff, like getting your passport ready, getting your I don't know, it's like taking stuff for your gut so it's all built up and you can eat foods anywhere and you're getting rid of stuff that you don't need, that you haven't used, that doesn't bring you joy because you're going to travel light. And I just feel like that both of you are doing this both mentally, emotionally, physically, energetically. And this is the preparation that you guys are going through. I like that. Yeah, you have the Hierophant. So really, again, number five, the number five, which is really seeing the capital T truths of who each of you are and what you truly want and all of that. And I like all that, you know, significant transformational energy that comes in here. Yeah, and the Page of Pentacles. This is the new heightened way of looking at your worth and new opportunities that open up in the outside world. So I do feel like, it's that kind of energy that right now it's about focusing on you and each individual selves and like I said, purging and transforming all this stuff just to prepare for this beautiful, beautiful adventure that that's ahead here for you. So I like that for you. And that's what they have for your number two there, Nelius. Many blessings to you. I'm excited that maybe they're gonna be like a world traveler. All right. Hey Nova, hello, hello. All right, so we've got Jeep and then Brenda and then Maria, and then we'll have the triple threat with Nova up after that. Good morning to you, or good evening, late evening to you. All right, so Jeep, let's give that some love and a like since it lets me do that here. So thank you for that donation. You want to know what is coming for you regarding career next month. All right. So let's take a look here. That one first, then those, then those, then that one. All right. Well, I do like this for you. I mean, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. That's a great card to get because this, bottom of the deck energy is all about, everything that unfolds is always perfect for us, but sometimes our human is like, what the heck? How is that for me? But in these cases, when the tune of for you comes out, the fortune, the Wheel of Fortune, this is even your human is excited about it. So you feel very fortunate, and your human side even is on board with it this next month too. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, you got the Four of Pentacles too. Solid foundation financially, physically in the outside world that's coming in here. So, this very much supports this the Wheel of Fortune energy that's coming in. Let's see, you've got three cards that came out together. Let's see what we have here. All right. Yeah, another four. We've got the Four of Wands, which is joy, celebration, gatherings too. And you've got the Knight of Cups and the Seven of Cups. So, with the combination of all three of these, this energy of joy, 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 and celebration here, it's like you've got multiple things that you can choose from that would truly make your heart happy and open up, but it's you choosing with this Knight of Cups. It's a quest of what would really make your heart feel full. And I know we've talked about that a little bit about, you know, what, our mind is like, well, this is what you're supposed to do and should do and need to do. And it cares about reputation and, what will people think, blah, 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 right? But your heart wants to live. And when it talks about all this, it is about, different opportunities coming up, bringing you different emotions, but choosing the one that's really going to allow you to choose to be happy, to choose joy in an easier way. There is, I mean, we literally our power of choice. I could technically be, like choose to be happy with anything, but there's things in life that make it easier for us to choose happiness, make it harder, right? Well, this is about choosing a career, choosing a direction, because I feel like you're going to have multiple, you know, what is it? Forks in the fire or something in the fire where you're like, okay, but what will make it easier for me to choose happiness? Because when it comes to money or different things like that, I just feel like it's, um, we can make a lot of extra money, but if I'm not happy, I'm going to spend that money on my health and trying to make myself happy. And it's like, wow, why would I want to wake up going, ugh, got to go to work today, right? So let's see what else we have here. We got a couple other cards. So you've got the Queen of Pentacles, another birthing, and okay, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, choosing yourself too, but also new birthing, new starts, new harvest, choosing for yourself, and she's an abundance harvest card, of course. If I didn't say that, probably said it like 5 times, but all this abundance feels very much in here. Yeah, and the King of Wands. Here you choosing, you deciding what it is that you want, right? And I like this beautiful energy of choice and what it is that I want to create. That King of Wands grabs that one. It's like the Emperor. I'm going to choose what I want, going to put a plan together. And again, this, the royalty, get a lot of advisors, blah 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 blah, giving all these different perspectives, all these different people. And it's like, thank you, everybody. I appreciate your concern, your opinion, your input, your information. Now clear the throne room. I'm making a decision. I'm choosing. I'm the one that gets to choose. It's my life that I have to live. I'm going to go do it. So I like this combination of all this about choosing what makes you happy. So I like that. Well, you don't have to work the rest of the year. Woohoo! Yeah, extra money can always help, right? Yeah, but yeah, so I love this that you can choose something that makes you happy and that you enjoy and that helps you spread, that joy within yourself, that happiness, right? So I like that. It feels like you're going to have several different options to choose from. So I like that for you. All right. So, yeah, absolutely. And many blessings. Thank you again for your donation. I'm excited for this adventure. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And then Brenda Tejada. Hey, Brenda. I think you just said hi a minute ago. There you are. So, thank you for your donation and for the rainbow unicorn. I appreciate that. And you like a general for the weekend. All right. Let's take a look here. Hey, hola. All right, let's see what the spirit wants you to know about this weekend. All right, wow, boom, 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 boom. So 4 cards together, and then they do want that one, and they do want that one too. But like an X, a multiplier. Let's see what that's all about. All right. Well, we got a little bit of passion happening here, a little bit of energy. Ace of Wands, new passion, new energy, new drive, new excitement. So we'll see what that energy is bringing in here. It doesn't necessarily mean passion, like wah wah wah, but let's see what they have here because the 4 cards came out together. So it looks like you have some options here today with the Two of Swords over this weekend. I like the Two of Swords because they're blindfolded, which means we close our eyes to get out of our head and open our heart. And I like this actually. One of my friends, Spirit did this with them once. They were like, "Well, I don't know what I should do," and I said, "Close your eyes, open your heart. What do you see?" And as soon as they closed their eyes and opened their heart, they knew the answer. They were like, "Oh wow, that makes it easy." And I'm like, "Isn't it?" So I feel like you're going to have some options this weekend. Let's see what's coming in here. Yeah. It's like throwing all the expectations out the window, all the supposed to be and should be and need to be, have to be, must be. It's like there's an ending of plans. And I kind of like this. Ugh, like, I don't know if you have some things you feel obligated to do, but it almost feels like this weekend, Spirit's encouraging you, throw caution to the wind, throw away all this stuff and say, come on kids, we're going to go do this, boom, and you're going to do something. It just feels like a spark of adventure. Yeah, the power of choice, movement with the Chariot card. So just know that you can choose to where you're going to invest like your energy, right? But you can choose your emotion, you can choose your mindsets and the story, and you get to choose your actions, which is really what I feel, you know. Well, I mean, with two swords here, with the chariot, it is talking about you get to choose the story you apply to anything. And so the story that you tell yourself and your children is the story that's like, yeah, we're going to go on an adventure, kind of energy. It just feels like a spark. I don't know. I'm feeling like, Tinkerbell, had Tinkerbell and Peter Pan. She was like, let's go. She had this energy, like they were being children, never wanting to grow up. Yeah, and letting your intuition flow this weekend too with the high priestess. She gets away from all the chaos and all that other stuff, but she really goes inward and upward. It connects to spirit, looks behind the veil, dives into her emotions. But it's the stepping away from the regular stuff. And I do feel if you have an opportunity to get away somewhere, to go visit a cousin, a relative, or even if it's you leave in the morning and then you come back in the evening. Well, it is Labor Day weekend. Ooh, traffic. But I feel like there's an opportunity here. But again, it's about following you, the high priest just being the number two. Again, power of choice. What do I want to do? Close your eyes and follow your gut, follow your instinct, follow your heart, not the well, I need to go do this. Going, we're going to go do this. Let's see what multiplies this energy because you have it. Yeah, again, here. Yeah. So, Two of Pentacles, you have a choice between two things in the outside world. And you have the Page of Swords, which is higher thought, letting expectations go. Again, all those swords, right? So all these swords that you're deciding, whoa, what you're wanting to do and where you're wanting to go, and getting out of your head and seeing things from this higher perspective, but allowing your heart to lead. So allow this spark, you know, to come from within and follow that. So I like that energy because they're just like and not that you have to do this. I know, with children, you kind of have to plan a little bit more when it's not just yourself. But my host, she'll when she likes she's a Sagittarius, she's got this energy of adventure, right? So she was telling me how she used to, all right, I'm going somewhere this weekend. She gasses up her car, and then she has like in her mind, whenever I hit a red light, I'm going to take a right, and a green light, I'm going to continue to move forward, and and if it's a green arrow to the left, I'm going to take the left, kind of thing, right? And so she goes on these adventures, and it's like not knowing where you're going and you end up somewhere you never would have ended up going. It's that kind of feel of adventure. I feel like you have an opportunity to do it this weekend. Um, but it's like follow your gut, follow your instinct, but get out of your head, away from the obligations, and go, you know what? We're going to go do something different and follow your heart. So I like that. So hopefully that helps, Brenda. Woohoo! Work keeps you busy. Yeah, even if it's little small things during the day, you can still do that too. If you can't get away for like a day, you can, do like something different, right? Let's go to that park. We're gonna go sit by a lake. We're gonna go, sit by a stream. We're gonna go get ice cream. It's like a little, just a little bit of just a little adventures. It just feels like it's time to have some fun, right? Yeah, yeah. They're like, "Come on!" You're like, "I know, I know." All right, so that's what they have for you. So many blessings, Brenda. Enjoy that. Hang in there. Even try to make work an adventure. I know that's always a fun thing, but you never know. All right. Thank you again for your donation. Really appreciate that. All right. And then, so up next, we got Maria. So, hey, Maria. And then we've got 4 from Supernova. So we will look at that too. And shout out, hey Nicole, hello, hello. Good to see you. Shout out to one of my YouTube channel members. You'll see their names in green. So thank you so much for your support. Oh no, you've been in the hospital. Uh-oh. All right. Well, we'll definitely pull some cards here. All right. So so Maria, yes, days of your lives. You're so funny. All right, so let's take a look here. So days of our lives, the fall season. You're so funny. So, what are Walter's thoughts and feelings towards you today? So, thoughts and feelings. And then, what is coming to your connection? What does Spirit want you to know? All right. Boom, boom, boom. And then, how is Walter's separation going? Right. And then, is he trying to find a new place to live? All right. So, first of all, thoughts. What are his thoughts? Well, isn't that funny? We got the Justice card. He's got the Ace of Swords in his hand, and they have these um yeah, balancing scales. So it's like, what do you balance on scales? So that's the thinking. That's the, thinking of higher things, cutting away old ways of thinking, approaching things differently. So I like this that they're sifting through what their true thoughts are for you versus what thoughts they've just taken on growing up, right? Expectations and that type of thing. But this is a time of their life where they're really, cutting away a lot of their old ways of thinking and old ways of, approaching things. So I do feel like there's clarity in their thoughts around, uh, you know, the picture of who they see you as. So I like that. Instead of lumping you with everyone else, they're really like trying to take off these dirty glasses that they've had all their life that, you know, um, filter the way they perceive things in a different way. And because they're doing that, they're starting to see you differently too. So we see that. Well, yeah, and how fun that emotions, feelings, Nine of Cups, joy, happiness, this great things here. Um, we've got this, it's like a dream come true kind of card. And I like this that they're just like, wow, they see you as, just um if someone goes, well, what are, you have any red flags around them and that kind of thing? They're just like, no, I mean, if they talked about it, I don't feel like they're talking about, anything at this point. I feel like they're just trying to, recover out of their lives. But I like this, that they're seeing it going, wow, they just have that. But, they do understand that they used to have rose-colored glasses with past relationships, and they're cautious in believing these emotions, right? This is where that balancing comes in too. Because of the past, I feel like they are, you know, they're not they're realistic. They're like, yeah, I see all this, but like before, like with their ex now and some other people from their past, wait for it. You see crazy eventually. So I feel like they're just kind of allowing things to flow. But let's see what else you had. What's coming in your connection here? You've got these three here. So I like this. Wow. Okay. So two of the cards, you do have Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups, so more happiness, higher emotion, positive, yeah, positive vibes. So, they see you as this nurturer. There's a lot of emotion. I feel that will make its way to the surface here. That's what's headed towards you. And you have the Knight of Wands too, which is, of course, physical, energetic attraction, but also I feel like some things ignite out of nowhere, you know. Um, but we understand we're focusing on friendship, we're allowing things to grow. We're going to see where this goes, but I feel like there's just some I don't know. I just feel like things go slow for a little while as you develop it, but then I just feel like um, there'll be a time in the future that there will just be heartfelt sharing of true emotion of our lives, and in that there's these bonds that are created, but it's because of the friendship I feel that starts because you're able to really you know when you meet someone and you begin to think of them as like they're going to be like a girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse in the future, you kind of you kind of put them in a different um security access. That's funny that they're saying that, they only get certain security access route, right? And um so when they're going to be, because you're like, oh, we're going to break up one day, and you can't have those secret files. That's why I feel like as it develops as a friendship, you get different security access. Like there's things that you tell your best friends that you don't tell people you're dating. That's funny. Maria. But I feel like this is what unfolds and kind of moves forward. Let's see, how's their separation going? Yeah, Four of Pentacles, they are looking for a new place to live because this is the home card. So I definitely, see this, unfolding. Let's see what these other two cards are. Yeah. So they do have this spark of trying to find a new home, and the Eight of Cups, they're ready to leave behind those emotions and situations and leave with this Eight of Cups. So they definitely have that that goal in mind with all that too. So, bottom of the deck, you do have the Magician card, which is whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. So, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude is a good focus of energy between, you and everyone and anything really, but especially with towards them, because then you're just focusing on what you're grateful for, not what you'd like, not what you feel is missing, not where you want it to go, because that just pushes things further away, right? But when we're grateful around something, that energy draws in things that are positive there. So I like that. Yeah, yeah, it definitely feels like there's something sparked to get them to really want to be looking for a new place to live. Yeah, always fun when you're in a breakup and you're living together. It's like, let's make an agreement that this happened with one of my exes. Let's have an agreement that we don't bring anyone else back to this house. You know, um, you know, if you're gonna go have intimacy, go over to their place. Don't have it here. And then, you know, someone didn't do it and left evidence behind. It's like, jeez, people, I swear. All right, but that's what's coming in there for you, Maria. So thank you again for your donation. I'm excited for the adventure. So many blessings to you. All right. All right, and then we are to, I've got four for Nova, a supernova. And so if anyone else wants their reading prioritized, a donation of any kind, we'll do that. So if you want to do that, we'll prioritize those. Otherwise, after I finish with the four questions from Nova, we'll bounce to the top and begin our journey down the free readings. I'll be on for about another hour and 20 minutes ish. So that's what we have there. Oh, thank you, Maria. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, Nova. So thank you for your first one. Spoiler alert. So that's number one. Let's take a look here and see, what do your spirit guides want you to know that you're not doing so well? Let's see what you say. Or you're not. Oh, sorry. Want you to know you're not doing so well. Okay. I'm sorry you're feeling that way. Let's take a look here and see what they have here for you. And I'm really being drawn here to these Aboriginal Spirit Oracle. So let's take a look here and see. What energy they have coming in here for you. All right. Oh. Love the key with a heart with a chain, which says compassion. Mm, beautiful card. Let's see what we've got here. So, compassion is being able to define the differences between sympathy and empathy. Sympathy is about feeling another person's plight and being caught up in the trauma and emotions of the situation. Sympathy makes it difficult for you to separate yourself from the feelings they're experiencing. Empathy is about understanding what the person's plight is without taking on the feelings associated with the problem. There is some degree of separation with empathy as you witness the person's feelings and situation rather than be caught up in it. Be clear when you are supporting or judging people as to which is more beneficial to the situation: sympathy, empathy, or compassion. Says compassion is something that you are or may not be very familiar with. For some reason, you believe compassion can be a weakness of character and should not be indulged in, which is not correct. There are certain issues you feel very strongly about, and you feel if you listen to the other side of the argument, this will be seen as a sign of giving in. If you do, in fact, listen, you'll find a different perspective to the situation and be surprised it is not unlike what you believe. It's just coming from a different angle. So let your guard down, even just a little bit, and let people see who you really are. Don't be scared that they won't like you, because the fact is, they will see you as a different person and will soften to you. This is a great time to form new friendships and begin new relationships. So, yeah, I see this in here, having compassion for yourself, especially, and, you know, this new relationships, these new things that are coming in here. I just feel like the big key that you're having here is, of course, we've talked to this before about counseling, and they're going to give you different aspects of your life and different perspectives. And so just being open to what they have to say and allowing these relationships both with the counselor and with your doctor too. I just feel like there's this opening that happens with all of these, but having compassion and gentleness, having empathy for yourself, not sympathy. Sympathy will, it just, it'll just take us further down the rabbit hole, right? It just has us circle and circle and circle and circle. But when we're ready, just, we can take a little exit ramp and go, I understand where I'm coming from. I have these emotions. I don't need to um, nurse them and rehearse them, but we can um, disperse, release the emotion so that creator can reverse these emotions and show you a different type of energy that can come in with that too. I like that. Don't nurse it, don't rehearse it, but disperse it so creator can reverse it. And for you, of course, how do you get those emotions out? Music, play your happy music. And it's not that there's a wrong emotion, but when we know that when we get on a lower vibration emotional train, we will take it to the end of the line. It's like, let's not take it to the end of the line. Let's just ride it for a little bit. And you're like, okay, let's, move it to a different place, even if it's just a neutral pause kind of place, and then allow, this energy to transform. So do the things that you do to see things from a higher perspective. feel higher vibration. It's like in case of emergency, break the glass. You see those in movies and whatever. It's like break the glass and go, okay, let me grab onto those things that will take me higher. I just feel like it's an important time for you to do that. But the biggest thing is to be gentle with yourself and have compassion for yourself. This human life is not a easy breezy art class like you used to have in elementary school or like high school or whatever. It's like, what class you went? Well, what's an easy one? Let's take art. The art teacher was always like, I know you guys are in here for an easy A, but we're gonna do some stuff. So that's funny. So that's what they have coming in there for you there. All right. Sorry, I saw something out of the corner of my eye. Whoa, someone's visiting you. So hopefully that helps, my dear. That's what message spirit has for you right now for that. And then for number 2, you're on set. So thank you for your additional donation. All right. Yeah. What does Kurt want you to know? Helpful and encouraging. Yeah. That's what they do, right? That's his thing. Let's take a look here. And I feel like we've got from here, of course, he likes his no. That won't take you. Well, you know what's best for you, right? So let's take a look here, because of course Kurt be like, no, don't do that, because that's what I used to do, but that doesn't help. That just you know distracts. Yeah, I thought this is one you'd get. So laugh at your demons. Such a Kurt thing. Laugh at your demons. Let's see what they say here. These are in a different order here. Let me just find it. Oh, there you go. Page 103. So, are you judging yourself or another too harshly? Have you temporarily lost your sense of humor? Are you afraid of being rejected or misunderstood, thus leading you to reject and misunderstand those around you? The truth is, there is no bad guy on the scene. Be aware not to misread the situation or take yourself too seriously at the moment. Now is the time to gain perspective and see the humor in what is temporarily causing you distress. No one is trying to hurt you. Relax and breathe. See things from others' point of view. This will bring you understanding. Wow. So this is kind of like this other compassion card, and it's pink. It's pink like this one was too, with gold. Pink and gold. Look at that. Even shows matching cards. Um, your divine energy is calling you to restrain your critical ego and return to the love of your higher self. Lighten up and see the humor in the present situation. Relax and laugh a little. It will shed light on the moment and open the way for healing and progress. Your divine invitation is break free of the psychic bondage that arises from your overly judgmental ego. Feel the low quality of vibration that such doom, gloom, and harshness brings about. Ease up on yourself and others. Nothing is that permanent. Wow. As sensitive or insecure as you feel at the moment, know that you are a beautiful soul. You are loved now and always. Trust that your higher self will guide you back to a more confident and secure place in no time. You will find relief by regaining your sense of humor. Bless this present mess and trust that all will soon straighten out. As you laugh, be certain that it will. That's such a Kurt thing. Laugh at your demons. Just laugh, laugh. Are you being too serious? Of course, Kurt is like, lighten up. Come on. Nothing is permanent. Just get through the next moment. Focus on laughing as much as you can. That does release chemicals within us that naturally bring us a high, right? A natural high, not something that's going to impact us and hurt us, right? And if you can get outside, you need an exorcism. Your demons are having a party. Just gotta laugh with them, right? All right. So that is what Curdy has for you, my dear. And then the big heart sticker. Thank you for that. Number 3. So you say, will you make it out of your situation alive and do better for yourself because you're hopeless? Um, I'm a lost cause at this point. Well, you feel like you are, but yeah. I mean, with the cards that just came out, it's all about being gentle with yourself. And, um, if um, if you feel like really, really on that extreme, then definitely, I think, did you go uh, meet with your counselor, right? Um, I'm sure you can contact them too, so that you can have someone that's there that can kind of help, when we're in our darkness, um, when we're feeling low, feeling down, uh, when we're in the shadow, when we're in the dark, everything does feel like so extreme because it's so dark. We can't see things clearly. But that's like with laughter and humor and gratitude and listening to happy songs, playing music, doing all those things that help bring light to us, then we start to see things more clearly. But when we're in the dark whispers, and the darkness seems so much more bigger than it really is because we can't see in the dark. So if we hear a noise, we think, "Oh my god, I bet that's a large creature," and then the light turns on and it's your cat playing with something, and you're like, "Oh." I remember, I was a young boy, I must have been like 5 or 6 years old, and we had a cat, and there were hardwood floors in my bedroom, our bedroom, my brother and I shared it. We had 2 beds on either side, and I had taken, like, the top of a shoe, the little shoebox top, and I had marbles in it. Well, it was just a mouse, right? I was laying in bed and the door was cracked. My mom had some friends over, they were in there, but we didn't know the cat had snuck into the room. Um, and The cat started playing with the marbles under my bed, so all I heard was the sound of moving marbles moving. He had knocked them out of the lid, and they were starting to roll everywhere, and I'm just like, "Mom." I don't wanna say it too loud because if I said it too loud, then the thing under the bed would know that I was awake. So I was like, "Mom, mom." And that's what they're showing me is, we get scared of things under the bed, and is it we can take life so seriously, and I like this, choosing to laugh at the demons, even if it's just a fake "ha ha ha" in the beginning, and then you start to crack yourself up, right? But it's getting yourself out of that energy, is important there. I feel like they want to give you another oracle here, but this one's from the Sacred Forest Oracle. So let's take a look here. But definitely, if you feel like you're wanting to exit the planet, please reach out to someone. Please, please, please. Yeah. You got the spiritual guardian of autumn, letting go. In fact, it's funny. Even my shirt says, let it go, release. What are you trying to control? What are you trying to fix? What are you fearing, right? So, red, orange, yellow, and brown leaves flurry around you in a warm autumn wind. A small zephyr creates an upward spiral of leaves, directed by air spirit in a dance of color and light. In the great circle of life, the trees lose their leaves in the fall so that new growth can occur in the spring. It is part of the natural cycle of life. And you're asking, are you going to get through this? Are you going to get, past this? And the meaning of the card or the message that it comes in the card says surrender. All is well. You don't have to do it alone. The Creator is at your side. Letting go can heal the need to be in control, the stress of unfulfilled expectations, the anguish of needing to decide how things should be, and the tension of wanting others to act in a particular way. These things lead to unhappiness. Letting go opens the space for relaxation, healing, and success. Of course, there are times to hold on as if your life depended on it. Wow. But now is the time to surrender. You aren't succumbing to forces outside of yourself. Instead, you are opening to your inner guidance and to your soul. When you let go, the creative forces of the universe can flow through you. Earth based cultures recognized the four power points of the year: the spring and fall equinoxes and the summer and winter solstices. These had profound spiritual meaning. To those indigenous people, autumn was the time of things slowing down. It was the time of change, reflection, harvest, and preparation for the next season. The spirit guardian of autumn says, relinquish control and let spirit take over. You don't need to do everything yourself. Release whatever in life doesn't serve you. Clutter clear your life. Simply open your heart, let go, and allow spirit to help and support you. Wow. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we've got actually September 1st, which is Sunday, is technically the start of moving into the autumn season here in the northern hemisphere. And of course, spring um, down where you guys are at, because you guys are coming out of winter solstice, right? So I like that. Let go. You don't have to do it. Surrender, all of this stuff. That's why they had me wear the letting go shirt today, too. So it's let go. You will get through this. All is well. It's just whenever I'm stressed, those are the things that I ask myself. What am I trying to control? What am I trying to fix? What am I fearing? What are my expectations? And then when I look at those things, it's like, um, I can release the fears because that's what's coming in. That's the energy that's taking me in. And then when I surrender, yeah, when we surrender to the creator, then I'm like, I don't need to worry about all this stuff. What I can control is my own stories, my own emotions, my own energy, mine own actions. And when I'm feeling out of control, it's usually because I'm trying to control something in the outside world that I can't control. So, and you said you're probably on Monday is your counseling session. Yeah, they definitely will help bring a lot of um, different tools and coping mechanisms, because that's what, if we can get through a moment and then get through another moment and then get through another moment and then get through another moment, eventually we've gotten through another day and eventually a week and eventually a year, and things change. That's the whole thing about this realm, right? nothing's permanent, like one of your cards said. So hang in there, my dear. Right, and then number 4 for you here. Da-da-da. Thank you for your multiple donations. I really appreciate those. I saw it down here. Yeah. Just going to take a quick sip here. So, why is it important to be alive in this life? Also, why is it that you have faced so much darkness and depression? What is it for? Alright. Great question. I'm sure we've all, thought about these things, right? Yeah. But you're here on purpose, right? I mean, I've shared that I was suicidal when I was 22. Seriously suicidal. I'm sure I was suicidal before that too, but I actually was planning and plotting how I was going to end my life. But, that's that whole thing of, this energy of um when things become too much. I usually, since then, I take it back to death in my head, going, "What's the worst that could happen? I could die." Well, if I'm going to self fulfill that prophecy, then let me just. What am I afraid of? And I'm just going to, um, you know, what's the worst that enjoying and doing things and going on adventures, doing what I want with my life. You know, the worst case that could happen is I could end my life later. Or the worst thing that could happen is whatever is going to kill me. But it's taking those things. But if you truly are suicidal and you are struggling with that, then definitely I know here in America, if you just get to the hospital or call an ambulance or whatever and just say I feel like I feel like I'm going to take my life, then they will help you, you know, because you are here on purpose for a purpose, right? And let's take a look here. It's important for you to be here because you do help other people find their strength. So on the bottom of the deck you have here, you help people realize their emotional choice here with the 2 of Cups. You know, every moment we choose what emotion we want to feel. It's either higher vibration or lower vibration. Neither's right or wrong, but we know how sucky it feels when we choose lower vibration, right? But that's the 9 of Swords. That's the nightmares and insomnia, all these fears, right? And but it's here's the Strength card, which shows us when we're faced with all of this stuff, we do have another option. This is what it was talking about, surrendering, connecting to our higher self, because our higher self gives us the strength and courage. Our human, it'll go into fight or flight mode, and that's when we feel confused and scattered, and it just wants to escape. That's where suicide comes from, is we want to escape and we feel we have nowhere to run. Well, we escape out of our bodies is kind of, if we look at it that way, it's just fear. And if we can deep take deep breaths, do things to get us out of fear, then those feelings do leave. But the one of the big things, like Kurt, he's chosen to be your spirit guide because he doesn't want you to end your life like he did his, because you have messages to bring, you have hope to bring, right? To the world. Let's see here. Yeah, the King of Wands again, stepping into your power, that, this um the the amount of darkness that we experience is how bright we can shine in this life too. And that's a big piece of this King of Wands, is that you can see that in other people's darkness, you will get through this, you will be able to shine bright and help other people through your music, through your concerts, through whatever you would do, even through sharing your story, in interviews and different things like that. You would be able to share of, so like, wow, tell us about this song title, tell us about where this song came from. And you're like, well, let me tell you, you know, it was hell. It was dark and I was hopeless. And these are the things that I was able to do. And I encourage anyone, if you're feeling this way, blah, 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 you be able to share hope, that comes in here with all of this. Yeah, you help people see, that there's choices to make with the two of wands. You teach them that whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. And the Page of Swords is allowing yourself to see your fears differently, see fears as the lies that they are, and that you can see things from the capital T truth, of the higher realms, and see things more clearly, which is what eradicates, this is all, again, in the darkness, everything seems so horrible. And then, we're able to see things from a different place. So I like that coming in there for you. That's what these other two are too. Yeah. The Queen of Wands and the King of Cups. So you show people how to wield their power as you learn how to wield your own, and you learn with the King of Cups how to balance your head and your heart. And so you're able to be, I don't want to say like a spokesperson, but it is this bright light shining of hope. And you, it's like, how you hear, you know artists and actors and different people who have become the face of different things, that they're um able to say, I went through hell and I was able to get through it. And if I can, you can. And these are some things that I learned. And don't give up, hold on another day, and reach out, do these things, take action. You're not an extra, this whole world is a giant puzzle, and there's no extra pieces. And you're here on purpose to fulfill that and to experience that. You're not here by accident. And so when we're feeling like, I got to get out of here, I got to get out of here, deep breaths, several deep breaths to calm ourselves down. Like you said, how do we deal with this? How do we, face these things? Well, deep breaths will get us out of that reactionary mode. And then we just last another minute, and then we calm down. We look at what I can do to change this energy, change my emotions, change my choices. And like I said, you're not in this alone. Creator and spirits all around you, call out to them. And then if you feel like I can't do this on my own, then definitely reach out, get, someone local, someone who's there that can come help, because you're here for a reason. So don't think that you're just, no one will care. It's like, no, you didn't choose to come down here you know by accident. You chose to come down here on purpose, right? And even the Queen of Cups just came flying out, which is about, you are a huge feeling person. So it's important, with all the astral energies, everything going on right now, is to get grounded. What grounds you? And take a look at that. So, so there you go. That's what they have for you. You're what? I don't know. What did I just say? I was channeling. Oh, yeah. You have a huge heart. Yeah, you feel a lot of emotion. Your heart is huge. You feel in huge ways. So it's realizing that, that um, that's where that compassion and being gentle with yourself comes in, is to, look at that. So, okay. So hang in there, my dear. Many blessings to you. And thank you again for all your multiple donations. And don't Don't make me fly to Australia. Yeah, yeah, you definitely are. I mean, that's part of being an artist, right? You just feel everything big, right? And then you have so we have Maria. I got your additional donation there. And then Nova, if you have your additional question, so there is one more. Um, so be sure to put that one down there. I don't think I saw one. Yeah. You're back for round two, Maria. You're so funny. Well, thank you for your additional donation. Yeah, let's see what else we have. Round two, ding ding. So, you're not sure what it is. Oh, okay. So any time frame when they'll get their own place. Okay, like that's that. And then what does Spirit want you to know about you guys' connection? And then what is it that makes him even more faster in oh, and getting this place. All right. Love, 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 love. I know, I know. All right. Let's take a look here. So, um, time frame in getting it here. It seems like they've had conflict here with this five of swords coming in here, and the knight of wands is it's the fastest horse, the fastest movement because it's the horse on fire. So I do feel like it's happening like quick, quick, quick. Like I don't know if it's like here's the end of the month. I just feel like, oh, here, is the lease up. I'm going to start a new lease on September 1st. I feel like although it is Labor Day weekend, but I feel like it's very, very fast. So time frame, I would feel like if it's not in September, I'd be surprised. If not, then it's like um, they're trying to figure out how to be able to have those different you know how do we get out of this lease under both of our names? How can we do this? Can you afford this by yourself? All that fun stuff whenever you're kind of going different directions. But I feel like there's uh, urgency around this with that coming in here. Yeah. Because I feel like they are having, this is the battles. Five of Swords is arguments, a lot of arguments, a lot of verbal fighting, and a lot of conflict. So it's like, ugh, we can't, gonna need help burying a body if I don't get out of here. They probably are both saying that. And then what does Spirit want you to know about your guys' connection? All right, let's take a look here. Yeah, and we knew we had where, the Hierophant is the, higher self, bringing both of you clarity about who do you the capital T truth of who you really are, what you really want, where do you want to go, how you want things to unfold, and this thing. So you guys are, I just feel like a big part of this, is the fool's journey between the two of you with it's the beginning of a new adventure that's free of a lot of expectations, free a lot of things. Ace of Pentacles too. It's like you guys are having this journey unlike what you've had before, which is starting off as friends. And that's the way that you have these couples who are together for decades because they started off as best friends. And I feel like this journey that comes in here because it's unlike anything you guys have had before. You're understanding more this mirror of each other, really. And it's not because it's when it's friends, it's not like you need to change and be who I want you to be, right? That's dating. Right. That's our normal relationships, right? You're not being who I need you to be. Friends, you choose your friends because it's people that you crack each other up, and you think alike and you challenge each other, but you don't fight and you don't try to change your friend to make them be who you want them to be, right? Um, yeah, and you are your true selves, and then it's like, and then you get to a point where if you are attracted to one another, do we really want to screw this up by becoming more than friends? You know, but that's what's funny. And that's why I feel like all this new beginning, all this newness, this trueness to it all. And then it's like, yeah, honesty and communication and the things that really are what a great friendship and relationship are can be that, right? So I like that. And then what is it that makes him even more faster in getting his place here? Yeah, balancing of head and heart with the Queen of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles too. It's like, this energy of putting in the work, putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears. And I just feel like I feel like they're gonna get like a second job for a little bit because I feel like they can't afford um like it's like it's too much for one person to stay where they're at and pay for it by themselves. But, like I feel like if he's leaving and he's getting somewhere, he's going to have extra income to help pay that till like the lease is up kind of thing. And I feel like they get extra work or they get something that's movement at work, but they're balancing their head and their heart and they're coming to this mutual place of, all right, this is what we can do. I'm I can do this and you do that. And I just feel like if they're what helps them move is one, they find and they have more income coming in, but the other thing is that they stay open-minded instead of battling like that Five of Swords. They actually open up more and you know are willing to communicate, willing to be open-minded and open-hearted and not be like, a jerk about it. It's like, all right, I see where you're coming from, and let's see what we can do to make this as non-murderous as possible. so, so that is what is coming in there for you, Maria. Yeah, yeah, because they're not getting along. It's like It's just like it's not. It's like he's living with the devil. So he's like, "Let me out of here." But, it's just because 'cause they've got a lot of, disagreement and stuff. So it's not, like, horrible, but they're just exaggerating, making it funny, you know, but I feel like that's what's coming in. Alright, so many blessings, my dear. Okay, and then Supernova, if you have your number 5, pop it down and we'll jump to that. There it is. Boom. Right on, right on the money there. You are very welcome, Maria. All right, Nova. So thank you for your multiple donations. I'm so grateful. So, what does Spirit want you to understand about your sensitivity to feeling emotions? Think I'm more sensitive than you realize. Yeah, yeah, definitely. And I feel like there's this, it's I feel like it has to do with your astrology in some way too. I don't know if we've talked about that before. If you know your moon sign, is your moon in Aries? I don't know, but I feel like there is this, you know, it's like part of your character, part of your moon in Aquarius. Okay, that's right. How could I forget that? I'm Aquarius sun, but so there is this. It just feels like part of your character is that you do have this capacity to feel in great huge ways too, right? And but I also feel that with how you were raised, and they're relating this because they're making me remember my childhood, is that, you know, we've got this when you have, um, I want to say like bipolar or extreme parents, um, when you go out of your bedroom, it's almost like you have to like feel what the energy is because you I might do I need to be quiet so I don't get yelled at or spanked, or are they in a good mood and I can celebrate and do that? It's like you expand your empathic abilities and feeling when you're in a volatile or extreme emotional environment. That's a good way to put it. And so because of that, you feel things, and it's like you have to turn up your heart to hear the emotional noise that's out there, but we don't learn how we turn that down till later in life. And so you go to school, you go to places with a lot of people, and you're just like, why is it so loud? And we feel everything in extreme ways. And then we learn later how to put up, and I know I shared, how to put up a buffer, how to put up those things. And if that resonates with anyone else, which I imagine in this group we probably do, um, here's the empathic bubble and the real gift of an empath videos that I had recorded last year, which talks about the empathic bubble, talks about how we can also, though, when you have that expansive heart, you can also push out energy, which is a big piece of why you have what you have, because with the three of wands on the bottom, yeah, even the high priestess, there you go. Someone who is able to, push out unconditional love energy. We can't control other people's emotions, but we all can make it easier or harder for us to choose higher vibration or lower vibration energies, right? Or emotions. And so, if you can flood an environment with unconditional love energy, like playing when you're playing music and you're putting out this emotional energy, you can make it easier for people to find hope, find gratitude, find unconditional love energy. Or we can also, play music that makes people sad and feel their lower vibrational energies, right? Which we know your journey is to help people. You meet them at their lower vibration and bring them on this journey of raising their vibration. And that's a big piece of why you have what you have and why you're going through what you're going through too, because if you learn how to transform that, you can share that with everyone else, right? Let's see what else they have here. Yep. Page of Cups. You're able to offer them new emotion coming in here. So there's that sensitivity. You have the Hermit, which is the importance of connecting to your higher self. That's who's in the lantern here. That it's not humans that will guide you, but it's you're able to turn inward and upward and connect with the spirit realm. Let them be your guide. And if you're unsure of, I don't know what to do, you can just cry out, help me, show me, please, help me. And they will, and they will guide you, right? And these three came out together here. Yeah. So it's about stability in the outside world, stability of your worth, and it's getting past. Here's that devil card, even the Six of Swords. It's getting past those fears. It's getting past all of that conditioning that you've had and that we all have growing up. Supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, musts. That's where all those fears ignite and come from. And, so because you have that sensitivity, because you have all that emotion, but we're emotional beings who think. And so all these emotions that you had 7 years old and younger, you started to create, thinking patterns and different things around them from 7 to 14. And there's a lot of emotion that was pushed below the surface, which is very loud, and it's been playing very loud. You just gotten used to it, right? Yeah. Mega supernova sensitive. Yeah, and a lot of here's all that energy. That's a lot of energy that's going into all that. And so there is a lot of energy below the surface that, it's being used to suppress a lot of emotion from the past because growing up, again, and I feel like I can relate to this because I was very sensitive, but I have a lot of water in my chart too, which there's so much psychic emotional energy in my birth chart that I'm like, no wonder I was such a like crybaby because I would feel everything in mega ways, and my heart went supernova, right, a lot, and but until because as children we express our emotion through crying, through tantrums, anger, right? Or through laughing. And depending what it is, only one of those is normally encouraged by parents and other people. Laugh, laugh, laugh. We love it when children are laughing and babies are laughing, but when people are crying or throwing a tantrum, no. We end up pushing those down because we don't want to be punished, but they're still playing very loud or we're still feeling them. And this is what you're learning, like you mentioned. You've been dealing with a lot, you've been overcoming a lot, you've been transforming a lot, but there's some big things that the counselor will help you give you new coping tools, coping mechanisms, different things to help transform those, and it'll be in a safe space. So just hang in there, just hang in there. It all is for a reason, and you feel it all in a big way, but it's all on purpose for a purpose, um, and you'll learn to, turn the music, turn that down too. So they'll definitely help. Just hang in there, just hang in there. You're not alone. You're never ever alone in all that. Yeah, yeah. That's why you like music. There's a gnat, right? See, this gnat has a he's saying hello. Nat King Cole. All right. But that's what they have for you, my dear. So hang in there. Much love to you. And just, like I said, just hang in another moment and then another moment and another moment. Okay. I am now. I was a jerk when I was younger. I'm getting better with age. All right. So many blessings to you, my dear, my dear. All right, everybody, I'm going to be on for about less than 30 more minutes. So if anyone wants their reading prioritized, a donation of any kind, I will do that. Otherwise, I'm jumping up to the top here, and I won't get through all of the free readings this evening. So keep trying. If I don't get to you tonight, hopefully I'll be back tomorrow morning and tomorrow night. And but I used to come back on after and make sure I did all the free readings, but I just don't have the energy to do that right now. I'm still recovering from the plague. So I'm only doing that on Sundays. So if you don't get your question answered, come back Sunday and I'll make sure I will complete all free readings on that date. So keep trying, keep trying. All right. So we are jumping up to morning. So morning, you'd like a general for next week. And these, of course, are 1 to 2 card readings, or we'll do 1 card readings just to get people some answers here. So we will jump in here. So career for next week, you got that justice card coming in. And this is all about clarity around what is it that you really want for career. There's a lot of the scales help us balance. Like we're told a lot of supposed to be and should be's and need to be's growing up, and so we're like, well, this is what my dream job is. But when we wake up every day to go to that dream job, we're like, oh god, gotta go live my dream today. This is about gaining clarity, seeing things outside of that, pretty much like get out of your head and into your higher heart, your higher self, and see what is it that would make your heart sing. How do you truly and uniquely want to share that unconditional love and your gifts with the world in your own special, unique way. So I feel like next week there's this clarity coming in around that, and to sit with that and go, when's the last 5 times my heart felt full, like it wanted to sing, like it wanted to dance? Help that guide you, because there's no wrong career. There's no, spirit going, well, this is what you're supposed to do. They're like, no, how do you want to express, your the love in your heart with the world? How do you want to do it? What? I get to choose? Yeah. So, getting away from the fear and really going, how do I want to do this? And that sometimes is overwhelming, right? Because we're like, I don't know. But sitting with that, I feel will help. All right. So that's what they have for you, morning. And then wealth 28, you are up. So is Robert H happy in his job? Eh, there is happiness there. That didn't sound like it. But 7 of Cups is a lot of different emotion. All those cups, a lot of different feelings. They do have happiness there, but sometimes they have other feelings too. So I feel like there's some emotional confusion. They like some things about their job, like all of us, right? That, when we're working in those outside world jobs, that there is some, um, mixed feelings around things. So I don't feel like they're like, oh my God, I want to be here forever. I just feel like happiness is one of 7 different emotions that they're feeling. So they're happy enough, but I feel like um, they're still trying to figure out how they feel about their job, where they're at. And I just feel like it's not like joy, 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 but they're like, well, I don't hate it. There are things I love about it. Are there things I'd want to change about it? Sure, right? So I don't feel like they're to the point where they're like wanting to escape it, but I just feel like they're kind of just feeling it out, if that makes sense. Right. So that's what they have for you, wealth. So many blessings to you. And then content. Will you get a new job offer in the next 2 weeks? You know, the 10 of Swords is the ending of expectations, beginning of new adventures. And this is telling me that there's possibilities here. I'm hearing that it's like get out of the box that you maybe have yourself in and look in different areas than you normally would. Don't over restrict your job search that it has to be in here. Allow yourself to be more open-minded about where you could work or what kind of work you could do. And then there are jobs, several jobs. I feel like that will come across your plate. But I feel like it's got to get out of your head and get out of this restrictive expectations of, well, it has to be in sales or customer service or blah blah blah. It's like, how when you go to a website, you have to click the little boxes for searches. They're like, unclick all of those and look at everything that's available in your area, um, or working from home or whatever, and go, this one I can probably do it because there's a lot of opportunity that's out there outside of this thin line. Right. So that's what they have for you, content. So many blessings to you. Right. And then Dollface Diva, a general for the weekend. Ooh, High Priestess. So seems like there is this importance of making sure you're taking time to yourself. The High Priestess steps back, goes into her High Priestess temple, spends time connecting to spirit, looking within and behind the veil, dive deep into emotions, really spending some time on you, away from the chaos and away from the noise. So I feel it is a time here of awareness. There's a great opportunity for you to really commune with spirit, commune with your higher self, and if you're looking at for messages from those who've gone to the other side, it's a great opportunity this weekend to see and hear and experience their messages coming into. But I feel like it's a big month for really focusing in on you. So that's what's coming in there, Diva. So many blessings to you. And then lovely Lovey, you want to know what's the result of the meaning with BD today, A or B? So A would have been the 4 of Cups, and B would have been the 2 of Cups. So I feel like here with these here, the 4 of Cups is emotional stability, and B is more like emotional power of choice, kind of energy that comes in here. But I feel like with the two of these, the Four of Cups is the which is which is the outcome, the result of the meeting that's coming. There's emotional stability that comes from the meeting. Um, but ultimately, it's the power of emotional choice that comes in here as well. That I feel like it's just like spirit is just telling you that it may not matter. Like the outside stuff just happens, but emotions happen in here, not out there. You get to choose what emotion you want to feel about it and what story you want to put to it too. But I feel like the result brings emotional stability, but ultimately, like they're pointing us back to our power, that the stuff of the outside world just happens, but it's us that chooses whether we're going to be stable about it and for how long. Because then we can go, no, no, it's supposed to be this, and it was supposed to be that, and they're supposed to do this, and then we choose a more um, I don't know, radical, result instead of a peaceful result, right? We're the ones that get to choose that. So I like that for you, Lovey. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Lucky, you wanted a general regarding love. So let's take a look here. So you have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a battle between the head and the heart, right? And so there is this, when we're looking for love and we grow up with a lot of brainwashing, as we call it, right? Conditioning of that this is who I'm supposed to be in love in a relationship, and this is how it's supposed to happen, and this is who they're supposed to be and should be and need to be, and all these rules. It just sucks the life out of relationships, and that's what causes the conflict, is because when we have all these rules, these small t truths rooted in fear, expectations, also known as expectations, we will be looking at who someone is not being instead of celebrating who someone is. And so when we celebrate who someone is and continue to celebrate, not focusing on where they're falling short in our expectations, that grows and the relationship grows and we have harmony and beauty. But when we're focusing on you're not doing this, you're not doing that, and you're doing that, what does that do? It just grows that energy. And who wants to be in a relationship like that where you're told every day who you're not being? And that's what sends us in the other direction. So I feel like an important thing that's going on for you right now is that they're saying this is what you're dismantling, this conditioning. You're unconditioning yourself so that you can, instead of focusing on where everything's falling short, you can focus on how something is being and growing instead. So that's what they have for you right now, Lucky. So many blessings to you. And then Swaroop Bobby, you are up and you want to know CH's current feelings on you. Well, got Ace of Wands, so there's energetic and physical attraction here, but not, I don't got cups. Cups is emotion and heart and love and woo, 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 but this is like, hey, 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 hey. So there's this energetic and physical attraction, passionate, sparky kind of energy that's going on here. So that's the main thing that they want to show you. And I'm hearing too that they don't have the ability to give a lot of love because they don't have a whole lot of self-love. They can't give you more than they have for themselves. And so they only know how to give passion because they have very little flow of self-love. So they look to that for fulfillment. And that's where they're at and what they're able to give right now with at this point in their life. Right. So that's what they have for you, Swaroop. So many blessings to you. And then great courts, almighty great courts. What is your advice right now? Things are pretty tough because you have a lot of responsibilities and also your taste and lifestyle choices don't match the people around you. What does Guru want you to do? All right. Yeah. It's funny because when I was reading that earlier before I started my session, I was shuffling cards and this Queen of Pentacles came flying out, and here it is again for you. So definitely this is your card. This is about focusing on you, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. What makes you feel full? What makes you overflow, right? And that when you're looking at all these responsibilities, which ones are those are you able to offset and go, This isn't my responsibility." It's like, well, I'm supposed to. Well, but do you have to do it alone, or is it truly your responsibility, or did you take it on as your responsibility, and can you let those things go? I just feel like it's a time for you to make choices about you and for your own health, for your own self. It's like spirit giving you permission to be selfish. And because when you fill up first and overflow, then other people are able to, get um, you know, um, those benefits as they overflow as well. So I feel like that's what they're wanting you to do right now is like you choose for you. Everyone else is responsible for themselves. If it's a child, that's different, right? I understand I have responsibilities for my child, but don't box yourself in on how those responsibilities have to be met either. Really look at what's healthy for you, right? So I feel like that's an important piece for you there. All right. So that's what they have for you. Right, my many blessings. I just got a Cash App donation that came through. So let me just go to here. Hey, Rhoda. Hello, hello. Yes, and thank you for your donation. You're actually moved to the top. So, so here, whatever your question is, if you have not put it here yet, let me just scroll up here. Hey. So I'll just scroll here. But if you haven't put your question, just pop it down. Just gonna scroll up here. I see Rhonda. Hey, Rhonda, but not Rhoda. All right. You're very welcome, Lovey. All right. I don't think there was anything on the donation there. Yeah. All right, Rhoda, just for the sake of time, I'll keep checking as soon as I see your question. Okay. As soon as I see your question, I will jump down there. All right, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, for anyone that with the free readings, I if I don't get to the free readings on my Friday and Saturday sessions, I used to come back on and finish everything out, but I just don't have enough energy. I'm still getting over the plague that I got. So I'm only doing it on Sundays for whatever questions are answered during Sunday. So if I don't get to in this session, then I don't do anything with those. You can try again tomorrow morning. I should hopefully be back tomorrow morning, in tomorrow mornings or tomorrow nights. But Sundays, I definitely come back on because I only have the morning session. So I come back on and finish all those out. All right. All right. So, Rhoda, thank you so much for your donation. You would like to ask about a connection with a friend. What are Chris, the Capricorn's intentions towards you? The Capricorns. All right. Let me put these cards back in here. Let's see what else is there. Of course, donations of any kind, I do complete those on the day. So if I have any donations I don't get to in this session, I do come back on to finish those. But for the free readings, I don't on Fridays and Saturdays. All right, Rhoda, let's take a look here. So, what are their intentions currently towards you based on current energies? What are their intentions? Look, they wanted that one, and they do what? That one. That one. All right. Looks like here that there at the bottom of the deck we have the 3 of Pentacles. So they really do have this kind of energy going on of wanting to be true to their authentic selves. We'll see what other cards come in here, but there's just like this I don't want to be caged. I don't want it's almost like I don't want to have to state my intentions because this Capricorn Saturn energy is a lot about feeling caged, understanding our cage and wanting to get out of our cage, right? Let's see what else we have here. And we got the moon. So there is a lot of emotion that's flowing below the surface here. A lot of unknowns, a lot of I don't want to show all my cards because then people want intentions around it. That's funny. They're like, if I told you how much I cared about you, because and this has a lot to do with Capricorn energy. I'm a Capricorn rising, so I get it. We've got all these supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts growing up. So even before they we meet anybody, right? We have this whole system of how things are supposed to be. A lot of thinking going on up here. And we know, like, oh, if there's this emotion, then they're going to want to know, well, what are you going to do with all that emotion? I don't know yet. Well, I need to know. I don't want to tell you. There's like this battle going on inside of their head, right? They have the 3 of Cups. So there's a lot of joy, a lot of celebration that comes in here. These threes that have to do with emotional creativity, and it's like their intentions with the 3 of Cups is about group, and I don't feel like it's like, well, they want to have a throuple or something like that. I just feel like they do want you part of their community, part of their circle, and it almost feels a little bit like they want to be able to get to know you in a safe way, if that makes sense. And that's kind of like whenever you have like you're hanging around as a group, you can observe, but there's not the pressure of intentions. Again, it's like they're kind of looking at that, if that makes sense. Let's see what these other cards here. Yeah, I've got the Knight of Cups. So they do have this desire, with this emotional connection and movement. So I do like this, type of, you know, um, desire of finding this Ace of Cups, finding this love. Even on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is one of the relationship cards, but they would be like, this is below the surface, right? Like, I don't want that to be there because then there's pressure. They must have had like a lot of disappointment shared with them growing up, like you are disappointing me from like mom or dad or somebody, where they're just like told over and over and over again. And so they I just feel like there's this energy where they don't like to um get involved in things unless they absolutely know that it's gonna be perfect, like, because otherwise I'll fail. It's like they have this all or nothing mentality that, they grew up with, and that's why they don't have expectations and intentions till they know, like, I can meet it, right? There's where this hesitancy comes from. It's not about you at all. This is about kinda how they approach life. Let's see what else I got here. Yeah, they see you here as this great amount, this empress, sensuality, birthing of new things. She rolls over all the queens, which is 5 parts water, 1 part earth, 1 part air, 1 part fire. So she's got a lot of emotion. Again, that's behind the scenes with the empress, and they can sense that. Um, but I just feel like I think it comes down to this fear of letting feminine strong feminine energy in their life down, and it's like maybe they experienced their dad also disappointing mom, maybe like maybe cheated on, divorced, whatever, and they saw and felt how much their mom was hurt, and they're like, I never want to be that. And so that's like there's all this emotion below the surface with the moon, with the 3 of cups, with the knight of cups, with the empress energy. But it's like, um, I don't feel like they have the ability to, at least yet, they don't feel, that there. But they are working on their self-worth. They are working on a new way of looking at their worth in a relationship to the outside world, which will help them, move towards that. But I just feel like right now they're just kind of in that all or nothing, black and white world. And I feel like this is like a big thing that they're focusing on. Maybe they're doing self-help books or therapy or doing it on their own, but I do feel like they're really tired. I feel like they're so tired of trying to um, make sure everything is in order before they're able to move on things. It's just like um, they have a strong desire to love and to be loved, definitely with all these cards. Um, and they see you as an empress of someone who's very capable of all that, but they're just getting past some hurdles from the being caged in the past and being held to such high standard, if that resonates. But that's what's coming in, Rhoda. I know it's like, so you probably, I feel like you might have like a lot of water in your chart or a water moon or something, because I feel like you pick up a lot of this stuff, and it can be a bit, I would say, a bit frustrating when other people are, it's there, and you're like, why aren't you sharing it? Why are you hiding it? Why are you keeping it in? But now you're like, oh, I get it now. Okay, so maybe that'll help, like, be patient with them sharing it because they're working on it. And with that Ace of Pentacles, I feel like there'll be an opportunity for them to share a little bit more of that going forward. So you're very welcome. And thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Many blessings to you. And then Nelia. Thank you so much for your donation. Just because you think I'm awesome and special. I love you too. Thank you. Oh, gosh, make me blush. All right, let's see. I've got a couple more minutes here, so let me see. I can probably do a couple more. Oh, speaking of Nelia, your free reading was up next. So boom, here you go. So what are your sister's feelings towards you? Uh-oh, you're brave. Of course, their feelings have to do with what's going on inside of them as well, right? So let's see here. All right. Okay. So what are their feelings here? You know, there's some stable energy here. We've got the Four of Wands, which is energetic stability. It's joy, celebration, gatherings. So I don't know. There's just this feeling of, you know, beneath everything, they really get it. They really get that, um, you are like this, um, this cheerleader. I saw pom poms with these little things that below the surface, they are on your side, and are supportive, and they feel the same way. And I feel like that if you're not experiencing that right now, I just feel like it is going to, come in with that, with this Four of Wands. I feel like there will be this stability that's coming your way regarding it. And it's going to make itself known. It's like there's this joy and this celebrating this, but it's stability. This four is really standing out, like four huge legs on a table. It just feels like there's a lot of stability there. But just know, if there's anything going on that inside, it's like, I will always be your cheerleader. It's like a little, how children, like brothers and sisters and siblings are. Anyone picks on you, no, that's my job. I will have your back, and I will take them down because it's my job to beat on you, no one else. That's kind of humorous kind of energy that's there, right? So that's what they have for you, Nelia, for your free reading. So thank you. All Right, very good. Let's see here. So Carmel. All right. So is DL thinking of you and why? Carmel Damon 24. Let's take a look here. Well, we got the devil card coming in here. And the devil card, they are thinking of you because the Capricorn energy of the devil card, it's a lot of thinking there. We get a lot in our heads, Capricorn type of energy, right? But it's about, I feel like they're thinking about how they're falling short. They've got all these supposed tos and shoulds and need tos. It's the rattling of the cage. How are things not unfolding the way I've been taught they're supposed to, and I'm not being who I'm supposed to, and the situation's not being what it's supposed to, and they're not being what they're supposed to, and there's a lot of thinking, a lot of thinking, a lot of thinking that's going on, and fear of failing, fear of not living up to all this long list of supposed tos and expectations that we've been given all our lives, right? So I just feel like there's a lot of that going on right now is the current energy. So there's a lot on their minds. They're really stuck in their head a lot there. All right. So that is what they have for you, Carmel. Just short and sweet. Saturn, Capricorn, overthinking energy that's coming in there. Right. All right. All right, everybody. I know I had a bunch of other free readings here, but I'm heading off here in a moment to spend an hour with my Praying Mantis members. Hopefully, I'll be back tomorrow morning for more readings. Mornings have been still tough with getting over the plague, but hopefully, I'll be on tomorrow. If not, I will definitely be on tomorrow night and then also on Sunday. So if I didn't get you your free reading, keep trying, or come back on Sunday. Sunday, I do have where if I don't get to all of the readings on Sunday, I do come back on after I eat and after I spend time with my Praying Mantis members to complete all free readings. So we will get you your answers. And then if you're wanting to dive deeper and prioritize your readings, a donation of any kind also um, prioritizes those, and I dive deeper into those too. So just an FYI. So sorry I didn't get to everyone, and I'm so grateful for all your love and all your support, and welcome all you new subscribers. And I shall return. So until then, remember every second of every day of your life that you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, much love. Hang in there, take care of yourself, and we'll see you soon.